overwhelmingly, the vast majority of the Muslim organizations inside the United States are affiliated with terrorist groups overseas.
The enemy has been very bold in telling us what they want to do. They literally want to take over our country.
They stockpiled weapons, they stockpiled explosives, they targeted Hindus, they targeted Jews, they targeted other Muslims, they targeted Christians, they terrorized. They each kept their own log of their commando training, whether it's map reading, firearms, surveillance, stalking, whatever. They were responsible for fire bombings and murder.
In the United States, a radical Pakistani cleric is setting up Islamic warfare training camps in the backyards of America. The cleric's name is Sheikh Mubarak Ali Jilani. Law enforcement claims Sheikh Jilani is an international terrorist who controls 35 Islamic communes spread across 22 American states. In Pakistan, Sheikh Jilani calls his Islamic terror organization Jamaat al-Fuqra. In the United States, his organization is known as Muslims of America. The U.S. State Department says Jamaat al-Fuqra is an Islamic sect that seeks to purify Islam through violence. The United States State Department reports Fuqra members have purchased isolated compounds in rural America. More alarmingly, Homeland Security reports predicted sponsors of attacks include Jamaat al-Fuqra, a Pakistani-based group that has been linked to Muslims of America. Fuqra members in the United States have been convicted of criminal violations, including murder and fraud. U.S. State Department.
Essentially, we have a fifth column movement in the United States that is criminal in nature, criminal in background, and criminal in future intent with a religious mission that's been retrofitted onto them. It's very, very dangerous, very, very insidious organization operating here throughout the United States.
Sheikh Jilani exhorts his followers with this poem. Come join our troops and army, says our Sheikh Jilani. Prepare to sacrifice your head. A true believer is never dead. Say victory is in the air. The Kafir's blood will not be spared.
And having an organization so boldly and outrageously supportive of the violent overthrow of the United States and our way of life and our religious and social heritage operating within the United States in plain sight is an abomination, and is definitely a failure of the United States government to act in its own interest.
Sheikh Jilani claims he has between 10,000 and 15,000 Muslim followers in America, with a presence in 22 American states. In his book, The Pillar of Lies, Sheikh Jilani says, "These are the end times. Time is shrinking, and like a carpet, it is being rolled up." In Colorado, law enforcement authorities found this pledge given by Fuqra members to Sheikh Mubarak Jilani. "I shall always hear and obey, and whenever given the command, I shall readily fight for Allah's sake."
Don't say another word. Understand? Okay, get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Okay. Y'all just gonna come up here anytime you want to spread this daggone lies. Get the camera. Now I gotta take the camera from you.
Get off my camera.
I don't have your hand.
Get off my camera.
This is
Sheikh Jelani calls his followers soldiers of Allah and says he is establishing guerrilla warfare training camps inside America.
I believe there are groups affiliated with Al-Qaeda, groups that are not affiliated with Al-Qaeda, but all of whom seek to bring about the destruction of the United States as we know it. And they're here in America, and they're hard at work at bringing about the triumph of Islamofascism.
One such group is an organization called Muslims of America, which is also known as Jamaat al-Fuqra in Pakistan. Its leader, Sheikh Mubarak Jelani, arrived in America in 1980 and began establishing Islamic warfare training camps throughout the United States. In a secret videotape uncovered by our investigation team, Sheikh Jelani is seen here both recruiting American Muslims and instructing them in Islamic guerrilla warfare tactics. The tape is known as Soldiers of Allah. Sheikh Jelani makes clear that his training video was produced on behalf of Muslims of America.
On behalf of the Muslims of America, I present before you a documentary film in helping and training oppressed Muslims.
Muslims of America, Sheikh Jelani says, is an international organization called Soldiers of Allah.
I'm proud to say and to sit with my colleagues who have been successful in founding an international organization which is called Soldiers of Allah, SOA.
Joining his international organization, Soldiers of Allah, is simple. Contact Muslims of America.
And we are establishing training camps. You can reach us, at Quran Group University offices in upstate New York, or in Canada, or in Michigan, or in South Carolina, or in Pakistan, wherever we are, you can reach us.
In his efforts to lure American Muslim recruits, Sheikh Jelani promises that his training camps are one of the most advanced in Islamic guerrilla warfare.
You're most welcome. You join one of our, advanced training course in Islamic military warfare.
Though the quality of this video is poor in many places, the training tape clearly teaches Jelani's American followers how to engage in guerrilla warfare.
बस इतना ही करना है, इतना ये आम अवेलेबल है और ये की ज़रूरत नहीं है, इसको ये भी खोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं इसका के लिए, और हर वक्त दो हाथ इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं आदमी। आजकल तकनीक यही है